Hello and welcome to Gaming Game. My name is Muzz and today we are playing Doom. Not the 2016 one, the original Doom from 1993. Now, coincidentally enough, as I was doing my video game index video, the first 3 Doom games just happened to appear on the PlayStation Store. So I decided to buy the first one and I'll eventually work my way up. But yeah, it was strange and ideal, if you like. Now unfortunately I have a confession. I never played the original Doom until just now. I know it's one of the hallmark games that everybody needs to play, but I just never got around to it really. So I was playing it and I was like, this is still a good time. It still holds up for a 25 year plus game now. I'm really enjoying it. I was actually really surprised with how much it was similar to the 2016 Doom. The combat, for one, I found that I was doing some similar moves that I was doing in Doom 2016 in Doom, which was like sidestepping a lot, strafing around the enemies, which is obviously what they were going for with the 2016 version. But yeah, it was fun, very fun to kill enemies. The weapons were fun to use. The shotgun, well, nowhere near as good as the super shotgun. Certainly has a feel to it, an impact. When you pull the trigger you really feel it, even if I feel like it's a little bit inaccurate at times. The plasma rifle is much better in this Doom than 2016 in my opinion. I always felt that the plasma rifle felt a little bit not powerful, like it required a lot more shots than I thought it would usually take. But the plasma rifle in the original Doom, packs a real punch. That's a gun that I would bring out if I was clearing a room of enemies or there were some bigger enemies to go up against. That's the gun that I would bring out. And then the chainsaw, chainsaw, it's violent, it's great, just a good time. I'd say that the chain gun in original Doom and the chain gun in 2016 Doom are honestly pretty on par with each other. They very similar in the way they work. You don't need to rev up the original Doom's one, but yeah, very fun to use. Just clear enemies, shred them to pieces, and then the rocket launcher, blow stuff up. What more can you want, really? Some of the secrets in Doom 2016 were very challenging and quite obscure to find. You really had to go out your way or get lucky to actually find some of them, and I feel like that's the same way with the secrets in the original Doom. Some of them are easier to find, but then some you have to randomly hit a wall and then it goes up and reveals a secret. But yeah, again, rewarding to look out for as well. Getting some weapons earlier, getting some armor, invisibility. The berserk mode, I will say that, not as fun in this Doom as 2016. I feel like I die more often than not when I use the berserk power up in the original Doom. But the invisibility is cool. I don't know if it works. I've never really tried to sneak by enemies because you just want to pump them full of lead or plasma. And the enemies are still very fun to kill in the original Doom. Even though it's the same animation each time, I think the animation is that good that you don't mind it, seeing it over and over again. And then occasionally you'll blow someone up with a rocket launcher or a barrel and they'll just explode in a shower of blood and guts, and that's very satisfying to watch. Another thing, the levels are considerably different to obviously Doom 16, but still feel like they are good. Some I did get lost in, I will say that. thank God for the map, but I felt like they were well crafted in terms of they felt different each time, even though they might have used similar assets. Some were bigger with more like open areas, whereas other levels were like mazes, more narrow, more tight, make you feel more claustrophobic. And it's a hard game. Like, I have died probably more than I've died in 2016 Doom. It's hard. There's some rooms that you enter and you're like, okay, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden an ambush of enemies comes out and you're overwhelmed, and you really need to be thinking quickly and have the right gun equipped to, you know, deal with those situations. Some of the enemies hit hard in this Doom. They really take a chunk of your health off and really make you work to earn each victory and each level. And then you have the music, which I've heard some of the music before from original Doom, so I actually recognise some of them, and they're great. They still hold up. There was one or two that were a little bit grating. They might have given me a sore head, I'm not sure, but overall the music and the original Doom, still, some of it is still very good to listen to. And just, you know, obviously for that time they were limited to what they could do with music and games compared to what they can do now. Go check out the Doom 2016 soundtrack, please, it's amazing. But yeah, I think it adds to the game, adds to the atmosphere of the game. I felt uneasy in some sections, you know, I wasn't sure what was round each corner. Made it feel quite nervous, and I was worried, especially on lower health. You know, you're very cautious of your next movement. It could be your last. Throw in a few traps that make it really uneasy, like the ceiling coming down, as I said, been ambushed, and yeah, just good time. It gave me, I was unsure going in if I was going to have a good reaction to it, because obviously my first Doom game is the newest one, which is, you know, so much more advanced than this one, so I was worried that was it going to take away from the original Doom, but no, it's a very good game, very playable, and I really, you know, if you haven't played it, suggest you give it a go. I'm going to keep playing it. I might do a video on the second and third one down the line, but I'm going to keep going with this one, and I'll see it all the way to the end. So hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you.